Okay, what is going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome. How's everyone doing today? Phil here live on the stream. Today is Wednesday, March 28th, 2018. How are you? Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're ready for a full day of new gameplay streaming content for you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. Today we've got Far Cry 5 continuing on my first gameplay stream. And hopefully this turns out to be pretty good in regards to, the amount of content and the entertainment factor. Yesterday I started up this game and it was very high octane, let's put it that way. Everywhere I went, there were enemies coming after me. Everywhere I went, there was something to do, new kinds of side content and the like. To the point where really, it was hard to get a grasp on what the game actually is. Because it was just boom, 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 constant stuff, right? And that being said, it was really hard to say, you put my hands on it. All day people were coming to the stream. Phil, is this better than Far Cry 3 and 4? Is this too similar to Far Cry 3 and 4? And I was kind of like, so far I can't really answer that. I'm still in the earlier stages of the game where everything I run into is something unique and interesting. But, it doesn't mean that that's going to hold up. It does seem like the map is quite huge. And it should be pretty good, to explore it and see what else we can find. I've already found a dog that I've recruited. And done some pretty wild missions, like a plane flying mission. And then last night I had a mission where I was drugged and kidnapped. But then I was broken out, and then I teamed up with this priest. Where we blitzed 2 different bases. We rescued a guy who had been kidnapped. It was pretty interesting. So I'm quite interested to see, where the game goes moving forward. All right. So that's today's first stream. Far Cry 5. About 4 more hours of gameplay of Far Cry 5. Hopefully it ends up being as entertaining, as the first stream was. Tonight, it's the return of Ni no Kuni 2, which I'm very excited for. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't played Ni no Kuni 2 since Monday. I've actually been craving it. I like the game so much that I'm craving more. I want more combat, more exploration, more recruiting. I can't wait to finish up the side missions that I unlocked on Monday and then return back to my kingdom and assign all these personnel and set them all to work and try to upgrade my kingdom. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, I've been digging it. I've been digging the JRPG. I haven't played a good one in a long while. So now some people would say, well, what about Secret of Mana? Well, Secret of Mana was an old school, early 90s RPG. That's a very different thing from a modern JRPG. You know what I mean? And people who've been attending the Ni no Kuni streams have been loving them because they are far more laid back. Because of the amount of exploration on the overworld and dungeons and combat, it allows me to interact with you guys a lot more during those streams. Much like PUBG, where you get like 15, 20 minutes of downtime every match of PUBG because you're looting, right? You're looting different weapons and items and stuff to equip to your character. It's kind of the same thing with Ni no Kuni, where during all the exploration and combat, I have the opportunity to do that. So it's basically turned the playthrough into an interactive, fun time rather than me just kind of playing the game by myself and ignoring everything else that happens on stream, which is what I used to do. It's a lot more fun now. So I've definitely enjoyed it and certainly have had a lot of entertainment and got a lot of good moments out of the playthrough so far, which is why I'm dying to get back to it. Ni no Kuni 2 also, by all reports, is about 30 hours long minimum, and I'm only about 14 hours in. So you're talking, I'm not even halfway through the game yet, right? Plus I've been doing side content, so I'm sure my playthrough is going to be even longer. So definitely looking forward to that tonight, all right? Tomorrow will be exactly the same. More Far Cry 5 and more Ni no Kuni 2, all right? So same schedule for tomorrow. Friday's my day off, FYI, guys. But I will be uploading some Ultra Street Fighter 2 videos that I played last week on stream to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, so at least there's some content on my YouTube channel, not a dead day, all right? And then I'll be back on Saturday for a double stream day Now, it's either going to be Far Cry 5 or Ni no Kuni 2 as my main stream on Monday. Or excuse me, on Saturday. I'm not sure which. It's really going to depend on you guys. If you guys are liking Far Cry 5 more, or if you're liking Ni no Kuni more, what people seem to want more, I will play as my main stream on Saturday. And then Saturday night will be Ultra Street Fighter 2. Alright, so my weekly fighting game dose will be Saturday night. And then on Sunday, I'll play whatever game it is that I did not play on Saturday. So if I played Ni no Kuni and Street Fighter on Saturday, then Sunday will be Far Cry 5, or vice versa. Alright? Now, important announcement, guys. This Sunday, April 1st, and this is not an April Fool's joke. This is the truth. This is going to be moving forward. I am changing my streaming schedule. Alright? I'm changing it. So you guys got to be aware of this, or else you're going to be missing out on hours of gameplay a day, all right? Starting on Sunday, my streams are rolling back by about an hour and 15 minutes each. So that means my first gameplay stream, which right now starts roughly around 11:30 a.m., has about an hour pre-stream. So roughly around like 12:30-ish, we start with gameplay, right? Well, that's going to be rolled back by an hour and 15 minutes. So the stream is going to be starting around 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll be running till roughly around 4 p.m. Usually, hopefully around 3:30, 3:45 p.m. But, if we get an extended session, or, we're in the middle of something, it'll run as late as 4 p.m. Pacific time. All right. And also, my nighttime streams, my late night streams, also are rolling back by an hour and 15. So normally my nighttime streams start around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. They're now going to start around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. And also, typically those streams end around 10 p.m. Now they're going to end around 8:45, 9 p.m. All right. So why? Why is this happening? 3 reasons. Number one, because I'm trying to get on a more normal sleep schedule and a more human living schedule. And quite frankly, my schedule has not been that. I've been staying up super late, waking up super late, then streaming all day, and it screws everything up. I'm not in line with everything here. And I want to get more in line. I want to have a more normal sleep schedule, so I'm trying to fix that. Number 2, because my girlfriend Kat is now working, and she basically works normal office hours. She gets up early in the morning, goes to work, works about a 7-8 hour shift, comes home, and now it's dinner time. Problem is, she has to get up early in the morning when I'm still asleep. She goes to work. Now she's at work, I'm streaming, which is fine, but then she comes home when I'm still streaming. All right. Then we have dinner together. Then we have very little time together, and I got to rush back to stream. Next thing you know, by the time I'm done with my nighttime stream, she's going to sleep. So this past couple weeks have sucked, because the days that she's worked, I've barely seen her. And we're like, this is not working. We have to fix this. We have to do something to put our schedules more in line. So that's one of the other major reasons why I'm pulling the streams back. All right. And then the last reason, which is a beneficial reason to you guys, is because for years now, I've been getting feedback that people have been saying, Phil, you really need to change your streaming times, because even for the people on the East Coast of the United States, your late night streams are super late night, to the point where it's in the middle of the morning for some of us. And then imagine people outside of the U.S. I have 25% of my viewership, at least on YouTube. I don't know about Twitch, but at least 25% of my viewership on YouTube is international, meaning outside of the U.S. and Canada. So you're talking people in Europe, people in Asia, and for you guys, boy, the time zones are different, right? You guys are hours and hours ahead of me. So I can imagine at night when I'm trying to play games, you guys must really have a hard time getting to stream, because it's the middle of the morning for you, right? So I am trying to do my best here to adjust stuff. All right. This is obviously the first step in a positive direction. Okay. Is scaling my streams back should allow people to have a better opportunity to watch my streams. And we're going to test this out and see how it works. All right. Will there be further adjustments? Possibly. There may be. But let's see for now. Let's test it out. Let's see how this works. Maybe we'll do it for the month of April. And we'll see if people like the time zone adjustment or the time adjustments for the streams. And then we'll see, moving forward if there's anything else we want to do. Now, it's hilarious because I've been announcing these time shifts for about a week. And every day we get some negative Nancy people in the stream chat who spam the stream chat with, but Phil, Europe just did a time zone change. And therefore, even if you roll this back, it doesn't matter. It won't affect anything. Yes, it will. Absolutely, it will. Because, yes, okay, maybe your time zone changed if you live in Europe. Okay. But the time of my streams is still changing. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't roll it back an hour, then it's going to be even later. So by rolling it back an hour, at least I'm adjusting it to the point where it's feasible again for you. So it will help. I don't understand how people don't understand that even though you change your clocks because of daylight savings, that me rolling it back would not help. It's just so weird to me that people don't understand this. So anyway, yes, let's see what happens. That's starting Sunday. So I'm going to keep pumping this into you guys every day. Sunday, the time is changing. I'm curious to see how many people show up late on Sunday, or people show up at like 4:30 p.m. and say, "Where's Phil? Why isn't he still streaming?" I just guarantee it's going to happen. I guarantee it. But anyway, yes, Sunday, everything changes. The times roll back. All right. All right. Also, folks, the big news today, which really isn't news, it's a complete PR spin job, but I feel like I want to talk about it on pre-stream. All right. Microsoft, and in particular, Rare and the people who worked on Sea of Thieves, are touting all over the internet, advertising, touting, screaming it from the rafters. Sea of Thieves, the most successful Microsoft exclusive IP ever. 2 million people have played the game within the first week. It's a huge record, and over 500,000 new people have made friends on Xbox Live in the last week. This is unprecedented. It's the fastest selling Microsoft Studio exclusive game title ever. Congratulations to the team at Rare. You guys are awesome. This is a great achievement for us. A great achievement. And this is hilarious. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I've been telling you about. Alright? This is exactly what I've been telling you guys about. When these companies come out with their numbers in these day and age, they're never, ever, ever honest. And what I mean by that is what they're doing is that they're completely spinning the truth. What they don't say in that, 2 million sales in 1 week. What they don't tell you is that this was the very first game ever that if you joined the Microsoft Game Pass program, as I did, okay, and you signed up for it as a new subscriber like I did, all right, you get the game for free. You could get the game completely for free. And they consider that a sale. They do. They consider that a transaction. All right. Now, the thing is, Microsoft heavily promoted that Microsoft Game Pass would give you Sea of Thieves for free. And the thing is, they're not telling you, out of those 2 million, how many actually got the game for free and didn't really buy it. But they don't care. To them, a download is a download. And so they're claiming 2 million people bought the game when in reality, a large group of those people, because of Microsoft's own advertising, got it free with Microsoft Game Pass. In fact, just think about it. I played the game with 2 full co-op parties. Not a single person who I co-opted with during the week actually bought the game. We all got it for free via Xbox Game Pass, So what happened was, everyone had heard about Sea of Thieves for 3 years, wanted to try it out. Microsoft said, sign up for Microsoft Game Pass, get it for free. A ton of people did. Then a ton of people immediately said, this game sucks. The world is empty. There's only 3 kinds of quests. After you play it for 10 hours, you're completely done with the game. There's nothing else. There's no reason anyone would buy this or continue to play it. And everyone dropped it. And if you look at the vast majority of reviews, mainstream as well as user-created reviews on YouTube, they're all negative. There's very few people who are saying positive things about this game. In fact, this is probably one of the biggest critical flops in a long time. But Microsoft decided to completely lie and spin it as a positive. That's just crazy. But this is what they do. That's what I mean. This is what they do. They lie. They just blatantly lie about what they do. It's hilarious. And then apparently there was another stat. They charted #1 at retail this week in the UK. But when you looked at the sales number, it was like 22,000. They only sold 22,000 copies. That's nothing. For a new release, a hyped new release, that's like nothing at all. It's just bizarre. They're literally finding every little way to spin it to pretend like the game is a hit, when in reality, it is a humongous, ginormous flopping disappointment. So, I'm sorry, guys. You know me. I tell it like it is. There's a reason why my review of Sea of Thieves has over 27,000 views and still trickling in a few here and there. It's not getting many more anymore because most people, that's the thing. Most people only cared about the game within the first week, and now they don't give a fuck about it. They all know it sucks. So no one cares about it anymore. So the views that I've been getting on my review have pretty much tapered off at this point because no one really cares about Sea of Thieves at all. The game's a dead game. It's a dead issue, much like No Man's Sky. Although, honestly, I think more people played No Man's Sky for longer. People are just done with this game. Like, fuck this. Another No Man's Sky. We're done with it, right? So you know me. I keep it honest with you guys. And sadly, Sea of Thieves is a huge flop in my opinion. The game is a waste of time. And you shouldn't even play it. In my review, I said, don't even bother wasting your Microsoft Game Pass on this game. It really is a waste of time and money. You will be wasting your time. All right. So all that being said, that's the news of the day. I thought I would bring that to you. Outside of that, there's not much else to talk about. I'm trying to think. All right. I'll say one final thing, guys. I'll say one final thing. All right. I've been noticing over the past couple of months, if you guys haven't noticed, all right, on the channel here, all right, we've been doing a, subscriptions drive, all right, and, we've been trying to, do our best. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, okay, this is garbage. I got a spam email. I thought it was important. It's not. We were trying to do our best to push subs on the channel here. All right? We were. But the thing is, here's what happened. At the end of last year, December and January, there was a big discount on subs on Twitch, and people were gifting subs left and right. People really were feeling positive about myself and my content. They felt I was the ultimate underdog yet again, and they wanted to help out. So a lot of people, I think there was about 5 to 10 people who came in here and were gifting a ton of subscriptions, all right, to various different people. So my subscriptions inflated, no lie, from into 300s all the way up to over 550. I think at one point I had 560 subs here on the channel. All right. Now, some of those were legit, and a lot of those were gifted subs. All right. What we've seen in the last 2 months is that naturally where this channel is sitting at this point is between anywhere from I'd say about 415 to 420 at a low point, up until around 450 for a high point for subs. Now, it fluctuates. Sometimes we're above that, sometimes we're below that. But in general, that's the range, okay? That's a good range, especially for a channel that usually when I stream, I bring in around 400 to 500 viewers for an average game. That's a really good number to have as subscribers, and I'm very pleased with that, okay? But what I've been struggling to do is find a good number to use as my subscriptions goal for a month to motivate people to subscribe, all right? Because here's the problem, is that I don't know what I'm doing in that regard. It's something new that I've done. I haven't, as you guys know, I never really had sub goals. I never really based anything off subscriptions until this year. It's a different thing, an experiment that I'm trying because I'm trying to push growth on Twitch. I really don't care about growth on YouTube anymore, and I don't really care about growing my Patreon. What I care about is growth on Twitch. By making this channel more popular, by having more viewers, by having more followers, more subs, this is how I'm going to continue to be able to be successful in the future. Twitch is the future. Everything else is the past. All right? So that being said, it's been tough because that first month, February, I tried to base my sub goals off of what I already had as subscribers, and that didn't work because once all those gifted subs expired, those people didn't resub, and we went from like 560 down to like 450 subs. And I was like, well, shit. Well, we're at 450. I want to motivate people to sub again, so let's make 500 to go. Well, what happened this month? What we've seen this month is that subscribers are fluctuating between, like I said, around 415 to 420 up to around 450. So since we fluctuated and maintained that, that's great, but we didn't get many new subs this month, and therefore didn't make it really any headway towards 500, okay? So what I'm going to tell you this, guys, now is next month in April, I'm going to set up goals that are far more realistic, that will allow people to kind of be motivated to subscribe in increments rather than, oh, we need a giant chunk of people to sub to hit a goal. Instead, it's going to be incremental. Like maybe I'll do like 450 or maybe 465 as my first goal, 475, 480 as a second, 500 as the stretch. Okay? And I think if I do it like that, I think it's going to make a lot more sense for everyone. And I think that maintaining that is good. Because the thing is, if I can maintain those levels, all right, that constitutes a healthy Twitch channel. And, you know, it's good to help me, you know, pay my bills, quite frankly, and everything. It's a good one, all right? I want to keep that. Now, I'm going to be honest with all you guys, all right? I am. There's a nasty element, a negative element of people who are coming into the stream chat, and what they're doing is they are actively, constantly spamming the chat, the command sub count. The reason is they're using it for negative purposes. They literally look every single time a subscription goes down. Oh my God, did you see Phil's subscriptions went down? It's horrible. How's he ever going to get more subscriptions? And what's happening is it's derailing the chat. It's making people upset. And I agree. It's distracting. We shouldn't have people coming in here who aren't, by the way, a lot of them aren't even subs. So it's not even like they are supporting the channel at all. They're literally doing it for drama purposes. They want to come in at every possible moment that there's a lost sub, right? Or someone whose sub lapsed and they didn't immediately resub. They want to spin it as something negative. And I'm done with it. You know? They do. Here you go. Bionic just says they spam the sub count and then they screen cap it for stupid wikis and shit to talk like, oh, look, Phil's channel's failing. In reality, guys, it's not. All right? In reality, it's not failing at all. The channel is getting more followers. We're getting more overall viewers. Things are going good. It's very healthy. I cannot complain at all. Everyone's been very supportive on Twitch, as I said, and I have no complaints. All right? I really don't. You guys have been great. So in that regard, things are going swimmingly good. And I don't want anyone to get an impression based off of what idiots are doing, trying to, again, skew information negatively, to say that the channel's doing worse. It's not. It's actually doing good. All right? So I've had enough of their bullshit. And one of two things is going to happen. Either I'm just going to disable the sub count command, which I may just do, because at this point, I can tell you guys how many subs I have on the fly whenever you want. I certainly don't need to have it spammed in the stream chat constantly. And these people, I've noticed, I'm not even online, right? It'll be overnight. And then I'll look at the chat and 47 different random accounts I've never seen before who don't chat are all spamming sub count in the stream chat. And every time the number goes down, they spam it even more. And it's like, fuck this, right? Or we're going to enforce a new rule, all right, that maybe, you know, if you do sub count too much, it's going to be a timeout and a ban. Because much like any other command, if you just keep spamming another command in the stream chat constantly, it's the same thing. No one's going to just say, okay, I'm going to just keep spamming this command constantly and see what happens. You're going to get moderated for it. All right? Because the bottom line is, it's true. It's distracting. It derails things. Especially when, oh my God, look, Phil's subs went down by 2. It's the end of the world, and Phil's channel's falling apart. And then everyone in the stream chat, some people who are innocent viewers, like, what? What's happening? Phil's channel is failing. What's happening? And next thing I know, I look at the chat. I'm in the middle of a game, you know, gameplay. I look down, and everyone's being all negative, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And I'm not going to let some dumb, you know, kids come in here and try to do this shit. Because they know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. All right? So like I said, it's going to be one or the other. Either I'm just going to get rid of the sub count command eventually, or I'm going to make it so that, you know, there's going to be rules around it, all right? So we'll see. I'm kind of laying down the law today. I'm laying down the law. That's the deal. If you are going to come in here just to spam the sub count command, expect yourself to be moderated. Because it's one thing if you're a legit viewer, I just want to see what the sub count is, and you check it once. Okay, that's cool. And then maybe by the end of the stream, all right, did it go up or down this stream? You check it. Okay, that's cool. And it's another thing if you're one of these fucking drama queens who does it every 5 minutes, constantly spamming the chat, and then immediately tries to blow it up into something negative if there's a dip. I'm not going to put up with that shit. I'm going to be honest. I've been very reserved because I've seen a few people doing it the past couple days, and I wanted to ban them. But I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be fair if I did it without making an announcement first. That would be completely unfair. I don't want to be old Phil. Old Phil used to just, shoot off the cuff, shoot from the hip, immediately just do whatever without even explaining what was going on. And then people would get upset, and I don't want to do that. I want to evolve. I want to become, more wise Phil, mature Phil about it. All right? So that's why I'm telling you guys in advance. All right? Just so you guys know. If we get people spamming or whatever, there's going to be moderation. And I'm right now I'm mulling over what is it exactly that I could do. All right? The thing is, sadly, it's not like Nightbot. With Nightbot, all right, I can actually program Nightbot so that the command, the commands that go through Nightbot, I believe I can make it so you can't spam them. But the subcount command is through a third-party application that then conjuncts with Nightbot. So I don't know if I could actually set it up that it would only work after a certain amount of time or whatever. I don't know. Listen, I certainly am not a master of Twitch chat bot usage. I know very little about it. All right, I'm just the most minimal amount of knowledge possible is what I have. I'm here to play games and have fun with you guys, not to fucking sit here and worry about chat bots and shit. So, in that regard, I don't know what I could or couldn't do. I do know that my moderators here actually have access to the Nightbot commands as well. Some of them do anyway. And that being said, I do believe that in regards to everything going on here, that there's a way to do it, but I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there, all right? All right. Now, quickly, guys, let's go ahead and let's do some quick plugs, and then I got some shout-outs to do for those who have cheered, subbed, and tipped here on the pre-stream, all right? Quick plugs. Number one, if you'd like to go above and beyond, well, not number one, but if you'd like to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer or a video viewer on YouTube, and you want to help me out in, many ways, meaning, okay, I love what Phil does. He puts out free streams, free content every single day. It's his job. He loves doing it. I want to see him be successful and keep doing that. How can I help him out a little bit? Well, number one, you can pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your contributions directly allow me to afford doing this for a living, but also you get perks for your contributions, including things like text or verbal thank yous in my videos, being able to nominate and vote on games for events, getting your question answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, which is coming up in April. So now will be a great time to pledge for that perk, or get a private Q&A video made, or other stuff. So I'm not going to go into massive detail about it. It helps me out a lot. Check it out over at patreon.com/darksidephil for all the skinny and the details, all right? Thanks to everyone who does pledge to that, by the way. I do appreciate it. Number two, there's my Teespring shop, where I sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, and other merch. All high-quality stuff. I don't pick the lowest grade products. I pick the better stuff. I can attest to the quality because I personally own 4 of the shirts, a sweatshirt, and a mug myself. And if I buy the stuff and like it, obviously, I can stand by the quality of the product. All right? So that being said, guys, give it a look over at my Teespring. And if you buy anything there, it helps me out. I get a pretty sizable commission. And obviously, you get a fun collectible. All right? So thanks to anyone who does buy. It's been a while, I'll be honest. It's been pretty dry, which I was surprised because the current line of designs there, that Red Dead DSP design, as well as that Sonic design, are really good, but haven't really seen sales at all in the past few weeks. So hopefully, something will spurn people to maybe jump on and take a look again. Later this year, I am going to have a 10th anniversary line of products because it is my 10th year, if you can believe it, guys, being a content creator for the internet. So there will be a unique line of products on my Teespring later this year. All right. All right. Sorry, I just took a nice big sip of my drink here. Last but not least, folks, if you're here live on the stream and you like to contribute and you want a shout out, all right, you're very excited about what's going on, you want a shout out during the stream, you can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can tip me. All right, if you do any of those things, I will give you a shout out. Now, I would ask a couple quick ground rules. Number one, please keep your shout out messages concise. Please do not do giant paragraphs that I have to read for 2 minutes, and then I have to do insightful thinking and answer in an essay question. That's really not what it's about. For questions like that, please save them for my Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up next month. It's actually going to be April 26th. All right? But you want a quick shout out, you want to say something funny, you want to say something pertinent to the gameplay, you want to just say hello, you want to ask a quick question about the game or whatever. That's the kind of stuff that works for shout outs and works really well. You know, this last year where I've done this, people have really enjoyed the more interactive streams. I think that it's a lot of fun. All right? Now, if you would like a visual recognition of your contributions as well, then if you either cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and you wait a few minutes, there's a share button you can click, or if you tip me $5 or more, all right, any of those things, then you will get an on-screen thank you notification as well that will pop up on the screen, okay? So both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions. Very nice. I will say thank you to Popsicolo. He is a moderator and longtime viewer who created the animations for this stream. Very appreciative of that. Thank you for your support, sir. Now, two quick things. As I've already mentioned, we are pushing towards a sub count goal, right? We're trying to get more subs on the channel. So right now, if you subscribe to the channel, you get access to all of our cool emotes. You won't have to watch advertisements during my commercial break. And you get access to the cool subscriber badge, which starts off as a bronze crown, changes to a silver crown after 3 months of support, a gold crown after 6 months, and then after a year, a gold crown encrusted with rubies. There is a 2-year crown, but no one's hit that yet. People will start hitting that later this year in November, okay? So, thank you to everyone who is a subs currently. Again, if you subscribe, you know, you'll get a thank you on screen if you click the share button, and you'll get a shout out. So, you know, please subscribe. I appreciate everyone who does. But right now, in particular, folks, the situation I'm in is not a good one in regards to my financial situation because of taxes, due to something that has nothing to do with me. I had a tax attorney who did my taxes for 4 years when I lived in Connecticut. And then when I moved out here to Washington State, I was going to get a new tax attorney in this state, but this guy assured me he knew what he was doing. He was highly accredited. He had all these great positive reviews in Connecticut. He claimed he knew what he was doing and that he would be able to continue to do my taxes. No problem. It wouldn't be an issue. I live out here for 3.5 years and I find out he's been doing my taxes wrong all along. Even though I paid him a lot of money to do them right, he did them all wrong. So I owe back taxes to the state of Washington, business taxes I should have been paying. Sadly, I don't just have a ton of money lying around. In fact, the changes that I made here last year to my style of content creation, becoming a more interactive streamer and the like, allowed me to adjust for the fact that YouTube ad revenues have just plummeted into the toilet in the last year. So because of my changes on the fly and my adaptation to be more of a live streamer, things are good. I was able to afford my bills. Then all of a sudden I find out I owe tons of back taxes because this asshole didn't do his job. All right. Pretty fucking ridiculous. So the problem I'm facing right now, I have 3 tax payments coming up in April. I have a back sum payment for my state business taxes. I have a federal payment from 2017 that still remains that apparently I didn't pay them all. And then I got my first estimated 2018 federal payment, all due in April. Now, I have some money. I don't have a ton. So the bottom line is I don't think I'm going to be able to afford all of it, which sucks. All right? It just really does. It sucks. And sadly, if I don't pay all my taxes in April, what's going to happen is you're just going to have rolling fees and interest accruing. So I'll owe more and more and more over the course of this year. What I'm hoping is that YouTube ad revenue will eventually pick up and hopefully things on Twitch continue to go as well as they have. All right. And if both of those things hold true, I'm hoping I'll be able to afford all these taxes. And by the end of the year, I'll be free and clear. And since the back tax will now be under control, it won't be an issue anymore. However, what I'm worried about is what if I can't? What if I can't pay the taxes in April? It rolls into June. It rolls into September. It rolls into December. It's just more and more and more and more. All right. To the point where now at the end of the year, I have a giant lump sum that I haven't paid and I can't pay it. What am I going to do? The federal government will come after me and I'll be completely screwed. All right. So the only thing I'll be able to do then is sell my house which sucks. 10 years of work, 10 years as a content creator to earn what I've got. And the bottom line is I can afford it all. I can afford all my payments since I adjusted my streaming style to be more interactive. The problem is this fucker screwed me over and didn't do my taxes properly. And it's these back taxes that have completely decimated me now. And I'm very nervous about the future. So how can you guys help out? 3 ways. You can pledge to my Patreon, which I already mentioned. You could buy something from my Teespring, which I already mentioned. Or, since you're here live on the stream, it's a no-brainer. You could tip me, all right? You can either look below the stream where there's a grid of information, including the stream rules, which I recommend you read, as well as other things like a link to websites and my YouTube channels. If you click on the section that says tips, it'll bring you to my tips page where you can either do an anonymous tip or you can leave a tip with a message if you want a shout out on stream for your contributions, all right? Or, that being said, all right, you can also, let's say you can't see that information because you're on a mobile device, which is very, very likely because tons of people now view streams on mobile devices, right? Instead of looking below the stream, type !tip into the stream chat. A command will trigger, a link will pop up, click on that link, it'll take you to the streaming, or the tips page, all right? So there you go. So please, guys, if you can help out, it is much appreciated. You know, what I'm going to be doing, which I announced yesterday, but I'll announce it again now, is next week, on my birthday, April 6th, I'll be working all day. Isn't that delightful that on my birthday, I'm going to be working all day? But I have to at this point. I'm going to be doing a special event where all day I'm going to be playing multiplayer games where there's lots of potential for me to interact with you guys. The first stream on April 6th will be Ultra Street Fighter 2. The second stream will be PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, all right? So a full day of interactive gameplay. What I'm hoping is that you guys will come out on my birthday to support, all right? Hopefully, I'll be able to make headway and make a big dent in this tax situation on that day. I hope. Because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Just being real with you guys. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to lose my house at the end of this year. But, you know, that's kind of the situation I'm facing because of this fucking bullshit. All right. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate your support. I do. And I thank you guys for being here live on the stream. All right. Now, let's go ahead and do some shout outs to people who have cheered, subbed, and tipped during the pre-stream here. All right. So let me scroll all the way down here. Overnight, we had a few people who contributed. Very nice. We had Golden Colts who came by, and Golden Colts actually has, about a couple months ago, came by and was nice enough to let everyone know. He's like, listen, I know I'm a frequent stream contributor. I'm here and, I chat, but I also, sometimes I cheer, sub, and tip. And FYI, I'm not going to be around much more because I have to move, and I'm moving, and I'm getting a new job and all this stuff. He said, I'll be around every once in a while when I'm available, but, I'm not going to be here as frequently as usual. And we all said, thank you for letting us know, Golden Colts. Good luck. So Golden Colts, for the first time in a long time, dropped by overnight last night and did an 801-bit cheer and said, drive-by cheer. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for that. That is very much appreciated. And I hope that things are going well for you. We haven't heard from you in a while, but I do wish you the best. Thank you, sir. Mr. Swaggins cheered overnight and said, after investing some time, I have a tip for Far Cry 5 that's important. Do not do side content until you liberate a region. It gives you a sizable cash bonus to do side missions after a region has been liberated. Money is pretty scarce, and all the amazing gear are thousands of dollars. Well, that's a good tip, Mr. Swaggins, but to go hand in hand with that, if I just do the liberation story missions, first of all, they're very far apart, and I would literally be running by and skipping tons of content in order to just do the story, and then to go back and do the side missions afterward would be kind of ridiculous. I think the way the game is meant to be played is organically. As you move through the map, you encounter people. You encounter different things going on, and as you encounter these things, right, you talk to people, new missions unlock, you do them on the fly. I think that's how the game is meant to be played. You walk, you run into stuff, you explore, and you do stuff on the fly. If I'm purposely only doing the story, and then I only do side content, now, number one, variety-wise, that's going to be terrible. Because what's going to happen is, wow, the story, oh, now it's grinding side content, and people will get bored, I think. That's number one. Number two, like I said, it would be like skipping half the map. Just keep running. Oh, but there's people there. There's something going on. Oh, fuck it. It's side content. Keep running. Get to the story. Get to the story. And I don't think that would make any sense. Okay? So I think I'm going to just keep going at it the way I've been going at it. All right? I think that I'm going to keep playing the way I've been playing. And as I encounter stuff, check it out on the fly, see if it's any good, and then, go from there. I mean, it's appreciated, Mr. Swaggins, to know that there is a money boost if I liberate the area first, but I don't think I'm going to be heavily focusing on that. All right? And then Mr. Swaggins cheered again. He said, by side content, I mean the side missions specifically, just to clarify. Okay. All right, so then after the stream had started, Mr. Swaggins cheered again. He said, Ubisoft is killing the games right now. Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5, South Park, all amazing games back to back. Yeah, I will say this. It does seem to me, that, in regards to Ubisoft as a game development company, all right, it sure seems they're doing really well. The games they're putting out there, at the very least, are getting average reviews, if not higher, to the point where they're not really getting a lot of negative press recently. And by the way, they used to get tons of negative press. Remember the snafu with Assassin's Creed Unity, and then they had the whole thing with development of Rayman Legends and all that shit, or was it Rayman Origins? Whichever one it was, I don't even remember. For quite a while there, Ubisoft was in the doghouse when it came to it as a game development studio. It seems to me they've sprung back. I think they're doing good. I haven't heard much negative or any negative press about Ubisoft recently. I think they're purposely laying off focusing on microtransactions because they've seen the negative stuff that's happened with companies like EA recently. EA got completely blasted and destroyed in 2017 for literally every single one of their major titles having microtransactions. So it certainly seems to me that, at least in regards to, what we're seeing here with Ubisoft as a studio, they are doing pretty good, so that's a good thing. Pretty good. All right. Shout out to Tantamouter. Tantamouter just did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tantamouter. I appreciate that. Shout out to Zanab Torzen. Oh my God. Zanab Torzen. Thank you very much for the cheer. He did a large cheer. 1,150 bits. He says, great playthrough. Put this towards a PS4 Pro. Thank you very much, Zanab Torzen. And I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Here, a lot of people wonder, when I'm doing my shout-outs, all right, why sometimes I cannot pronounce a name wrong. Like yesterday, there was a guy whose name was like Siesta something, or I was like Siesta and then a bunch of other words. And I was like, Tas. I couldn't know how to say his name. People were like, Phil, just say it. Why can't you say the word siesta? It's because when I read these shout-outs in Muxy completely discards capital letters. So, for example, in a name like Siesta something something else, it's probably capital S, the word siesta, and then another letter's capitalized to let you know there's a word break. I don't see any of that. For some reason, Muxy just gets rid of all the capital letters. It's pretty ridiculous. So it's hard for me to figure it out. So I apologize to Zanab Torzen if you actually had broken up words there, and I'm not saying your name right. I apologize. It's I'm doing my best, but thank you very much for that cheer. You are the cheerleader for today, obviously. So thank you very much. Eternal Napalm just did a 50-bit cheer. He said Microsoft announced they will start banning Xbox Live accounts for bad language, including game libraries. Well, I did hear that. But from what I'm going to understand, it's a non-story. Apparently, whoever reported the story didn't actually vet their sources, because they went to like Phil Spencer and they went to someone else who's in charge of Xbox Live and asked, and they said, there's no policy changes coming. We don't know what you're talking about. So apparently, whoever it was from Microsoft that claimed all this was happening is full of crap, and apparently it's not a true story. At least from what I saw yesterday on Twitter, that was the case last night, is that they went direct to the source of people in charge of Microsoft, and they were like, there's no changes coming. I don't even know what you're talking about. So it may just be horse shit. Okay. Ladies Man 2166, just subscribe to the channel. Thank you much for the subscription, Ladies Man. I appreciate that. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer. I said, maybe during pre-streams we should use sub-only mode. Would it help to weed out trolling? Well, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I think what you're talking about in regards to earlier, I was talking about sub-count spam, right? That's really not what I was talking about. What I'm talking about is not even just during pre-stream, but during the day. Sometimes I come back at night, I'm not even streaming. And I look, and during the break between streams, there were 3 guys who literally in a circle just spammed sub-count like 45 times. Now, listen, I take a 2-hour break between my streams. I'm pretty sure there was no reason to spam the sub-count command 45 fucking times during the break. Except if you're just hoping that there would be a minor drop-off so you could run to your fucking detractor area and report it. So that's what I mean. Okay? Alright. Shout out to Octoa, who did a 50-bit cheer and says, it's easier to look for a picture of Phil with a toucan if you're on a computer. Huh? Oh! He's talking about... he's talking about tips. Yeah, so if you're on a computer and you're looking for the tips section on my Twitch channel, there's a picture of me posing with a toucan. Really, it's a picture of me posing with a bunch of Pokemon from late 2016. Some people may not understand that reference because I was playing a Pokemon game where you had the toucanon Pokemon and stuff like that. All right. There you go. Rowdy Catnut cheered and said, will you ever provide actual proof of your tax situation, or we just have to take your word for it? Rowdy Catnut, you may be really stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you take offense. But you guys, you got to understand something. Number one, how do you think taxes work? Do you think you receive a actual bill, like a credit card in the mail, and it says, you owe this. Please return this, this bill with your payment, and blah, blah. That's not how it works. At all. All right? At all. What happens is, you get a letter from whoever you owe taxes to, and they say, we need to assess your business / whatever. Provide us with tons of personal information. All right? Obviously, I can't show you guys that information. That's all personal information about the business that people could use to hurt me. Okay? Then, based off of all the information they provide to you, all right, they say, you owe us taxes. So, you can either pay us taxes, or we're going to do an assessment, blah, blah, blah. So, what ended up happening was I contacted a tax attorney. The tax attorney did all the work and via email said, you owe this amount, give us your bank information and we will pay it, through us on your behalf, as we file your taxes. Again, information I could not publicly show you guys. You know what I mean? It's not, people think, because again, these are kids. People ask these, Rowdy Catnut is probably a teenager who doesn't understand how life works and thinks that, I get a nice standard, bill in the mail, like you would get from Visa or MasterCard. You owe this amount of money, so please pay this. Here's your minimum payment. It's not how it works. At all. This all is stuff that happens through emails, through personal communiques. It's not, a system where you think you're going to get this, fucking bills. It doesn't work like that. At all. All right? This is really stupid. This is very, very stupid. What you're saying right now. Okay? On top of that, I've been completely transparent with you guys and explained to you that the state of Washington has not completed their assessment of my back state taxes. All they told me was that at the latest it would be done in April, and then I would have to start paying. I've also disclosed to you guys that I've been waiting now for almost 3 weeks for my tax attorney to finish my taxes and to tell me what I owe federally. I've told you all this. Oh, by the way, if I told you guys what I owed in taxes exactly, you'd then have people who go nuts to do crazy calculations to figure out what I make on a yearly basis and try to say that I'm a liar and I'm this and that. It's none of anyone's fucking business. It's not. And the fact that you're actually trying to get my personal information just shows that you don't have good intentions at all, but that you're actually just trying to get inside of my personal shit. All right? And it's not appreciated. It's not. It's like, people are idiots. Do you see me going on a Caribbean fucking vacation? Do you see me rolling up in a Ferrari? Do you think I'm putting money in an offshore fucking account? Seriously. The things that I've been saying about YouTube ad revenue plummeting and all that are common themes that everyone's been saying. Everyone agrees with me. I'm not pulling shit out of fucking thin air when I tell you about my financial troubles. It's all full disclosure. It always has been. No, I can't actually show you every detail of the situation because people would do malicious shit with it. But again, the reason that people like Rowdy Catnut are trying to get information is not because it's genuine interest. It's because this is a malicious idiot who wants to get my personal info so they could just harass me more. No, you're not going to get it. So, wake the fuck up. Okay. Ollie Guy just did a 50-bit cheers. How is the game so far? All right. Well, the game so far, like I said, has been pretty much constant high octane. Everywhere I went, all right, everywhere I went, was pretty crazy. There was people driving up in cars trying to shoot me. There were people getting kicked. I had to rescue them. You know, outposts to liberate, running into random contacts who would have me go on crazy, like the CIA guy from Far Cry 3 and 4. I ran into and did a mission for. We had a guy piloting a plane. It was just zany. The game just seems like crazy amount of just zany content back to back to back. Now, I don't know. I've only done one section out of the major 3 on the map, and I've only done like half of it. So, you know, you're talking only 4 hours in, and I've only done like 1/5, 1/6 of the game. So I don't know how it's going to continue, but it definitely seems to be pretty interesting to me, and I'm looking forward to a lot more today. Okay? Monsieur Views cheered and said, I don't care what some reviewers may be saying about Far Cry 5. It's so much fun. Hey, like I said, my first 4 hours, I really enjoyed. I don't know about anything past those 4 hours. All right? But the first 4 hours have been great, and I'm looking forward to more. So there you go. Mr. Swaggins just said, oh, I mean, when you're talking about taxes, a lot of people come in and they just talk shit. Yeah, well, no, it doesn't need to be put into sub-only mode. Those people just need to be banned. If I'm, being real with you guys, and I'm doing the one section of the stream where I do plugs, and people are being nasty, ban those fucking people. Especially if they're coming in and they're not regulars, they're people you don't recognize, they're coming in just to talk shit, they don't need to be here. That's not the audience I'm talking to and appealing to, and they should get Das Boot. It's that simple. Murdoch just cheered and said, all I want to know is, did we do it? Did we help you turn the ship around? Well, Murdoch, what I would tell you is, all of your support helps. All right? Am I in a situation where I'm out of hot water? Absolutely not. I mean, that's why I got to do this special event on my birthday. I don't even know what I owe yet. I've raised a certain amount that I have saved up. It's thousands of dollars. I'm not going to lie. And I'm hoping that's going to at least be enough to pay what I owe back tax-wise for the federal. And hopefully it's enough to at least start the payment plans on what I'm hopefully going to owe for the state. And at least to maybe make a little dent in what I owe federally for my first estimated payment for this year. I don't know if it's going to, but I'm hoping it is. Then on top of all that, whatever I raise, between now and when these are due, we'll see. There's really no way to say until I finally get the final say from my tax attorney and the final say from the state of Washington, which still seems like a ways off. This sucks. This whole thing's been going on since September of last year. It's been going on for almost a year. I still don't actually know what I owe. That's how slow moving these fucking businesses / whatever you want to call them, agencies are. They're that slow. Like September 2017, I was told I owe back taxes to the state of Washington. It's March 2018. They still didn't tell me what I owe yet. But that's what I mean. Then you get a dumb kid who comes into the stream chat. How much do you owe? Did you get a bill in the mail? No, stupid. That's not how life works. That's how dumb shits think. It's not how it actually works. All right. Extra Cheese just resubbed for the 5th month in a row. And says, I have pics of your secret Ferrari collection. Nice F50, by the way. Well, thank you, Extra Cheese, for the 5-month resub. And no, I don't have a Ferrari collection. In fact, I dramatically downgraded my car last year. I went from having what's considered a luxury car, which I didn't need, and I paid way too much money for years, way down to a much more reasonable vehicle. So there you go. Mini Yoda 11 did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Mini Yoda. Appreciate that very much. NWO Hollywood Hogan just resubbed for the 9th month in a row. Thank you, Hollywood Hogan, for 9 months of support. I definitely appreciate that. And Murdoch just tipped me $40. Thank you very much, Murdoch. And he says, here's to another fun stream of cult destruction. Thank you very, very much, Murdoch. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I guess that's it, folks. I guess that's it for the pre-stream. We can now end the pre-stream. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for, being generous. Thank you for being patient. Now it's time for 4+ hours of Far Cry 5. Mr. Swaggins just cheered and said, people need to respect the mods. Calling me Mrs. Wagons is BS. Yeah, I mean, guys, don't be stupid. The mods are mods and have moderating powers, and if you insult the mods, they have the ability to time you out and ban you. It's probably not too wise to anger the moderating team. They are volunteers. They're not getting paid for their work. They're doing their best to maintain a healthy chat so that people can be in here and have fun and not be bombarded with shitheads. So please be appreciative of what they do, and please do not incite the moderators. It's not funny. Remember, what you may think is funny to someone else may be very insulting, and you should always take that into account. All right? All right, guys. Thank you. And it is now time to begin. All right, let's do this. Thanks, guys.